What's up, you guys? It's Anil from Woodwork.
There's a garbage truck going by.
What's up, you guys? It's Anil from Woodwork. Today we're coming with a product review. Graco reached out to us. They were kind enough to send us a paint sprayer. Of course, you guys can see the paint sprayer. We got it a little bit early, so this video is probably gonna come out in the middle of the summer. Just to let you guys know, but this is one of their DIY series paint sprayers. It's a variable speed paint sprayer. We have a lot of Graco products in our product line. We use the HVLP, which is the 9.5 Finish Pro for like cabinets and things of that nature. And we do have a handheld TC Pro. Another one. I did have a DIY sprayer that kind of the pump gave out on us, but it was a VSP. Another one. 360 DSP, which is just like the dual speed control, either high or low. And we find the variable speed Gracos to work very well. Just a couple things to look at on the box. Of course, it always tells you it's 10 times faster than painting by hand, which we truly believe. 4 times faster than rolling and 2 times faster than HVLP, which makes sense. HVLP, it sprays a fine finish, so you're not really getting a lot of paint at one time. It does say it's the fastest and smoothest with 1 pass coverage. I'm gonna be curious to see if that's actually true. Most of the times we do put 2 coats on just based off of like high points and low points. It says there's no need to thin your paint, which is great because I mean, that means the pump is super strong to be able to push out latex paints and things of that nature through the pump. And then of course, it's easy to use, easy to clean, ultimate control. You can use this inside or outside. I really wouldn't use this to paint a whole house. This isn't really designed to paint a whole house. This is more for like smaller projects, but you know, we're gonna put it to the test and spray big projects and small projects and see how it performs in those different elements. What's cool about this one here, if you flip it around to the back side, it comes with 4 tips instead of just the 1 tip that most paint sprayers come with. They're not numbered tips like the 514s, 517s. It comes with a wide tip and then a narrow tip. And then for stains, it comes with a wide stain tip and a narrow stain tip. So meaning you could basically change between if you want a larger fan pattern or a narrower fan pattern based off of what it is that you're spraying. I would assume if you're spraying like a room, you would use a wider tip. Same thing for stain. If you're spraying a big project, use wider tips. And then for like chairs, like I know a lot of DIYers, they do like restoration of like dressers, chairs, things of that nature. Then you would use like your narrow tips. Let's see what's inside the box. Comes with your Graco bag.
Christmas.
Yay. Alrighty.
Thank you for your purchase.
Graco always comes with these nice bags. I think we have like 4 of them now, where you basically can house your paint sprayer and all the tools that you need.
That's a bigger one.
Yeah. Well, no, it kind of looks the same size.
Oh, it zips and folds, I see.
Yeah. You know, it keeps all your parts together. And this little bag comes with a few little pieces. This is great. This attaches to your paint can. So when you're pouring out your paint, it's not falling all over the place. Pump armor. This is very, very critical in maintaining your pump or maintaining your sprayer. If you don't use this, like if you use your paint sprayer, clean it out, and then you have your paint sprayer sitting for long periods of time, you end up damaging your pump, which causes it to like spurt and causes it to not work. So always have pump armor on hand. We got a seal tool basically to seal the inside lining of your canister. That way you have an airtight seal because this is an airless sprayer, so you don't want air getting in there. And then this is the original tip that you put on. So this is the narrow tip, and it says it right here on the actual tip. It'll say narrow.
So for a wall, you would use the wide?
Yeah, so that's narrow. On the Graco itself is the wide tip, as you can see there. And then inside of this bag, you have the filter for stains. This is gonna be different than what you would use for paints because paints is thicker. So the mesh is probably a little bit bigger. And then you have your wide and narrow tips that also say narrow and wide on those. Then you got your Graco gun. So.
Oh, this is nice. This is to help you pour the paint in the bucket without spilling it everywhere.
Oh yeah, and it looks like it's like a filter type system.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
It's way better than the other one.
Yeah, this is new to me. I've never seen this here. Never seen this here.
Helps you pour it without spilling it everywhere in between filling it up.
Yeah. So of course, you got your mesh for your paints. On the gun, you know, forward is spray, Aiming down is how you prime your pump. The tip is similar to most of the VSPs and the DSPs. I know our TC Pro, this is made out of a metal. And of course, you know, twisting it to the side, you can spray horizontally. Twisting it up and down, you spray vertically. On the back side, you have your variable speed. You never really want to spray at 10 because you'll just spray too much paint. We always keep it between like 4 and 6 is the sweet spot to get like a good finish on the wall. The trigger is similar to most of the Graco handheld sprayers with that clicking action. One thing to keep in mind, you do have this little slot right here. So let's say you're doing a project, right? And you have your wide tip in place. You can actually bring your narrow tip and just slide that into place here. Slide that into place there, and now you have an additional tip that you could use if you need to. It is corded, so you'll want to have an extension cable cord when using this Graco. Let's see what else comes in here. This is like a filter system. So the way this works,
oh, that's nice,
is when we're using our HVLPs, we have the same system. You kind of want to filter out the paint when you're pouring it into your cup. So essentially what happens here is this will sit there, something along the lines of that, I'm assuming.
Does it hook?
What? You said does it hook? Or
yeah,
more so.
Probably sits.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it latches right here, boom.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
So when you pour your paint in, it'll strain through this system.
So now you don't even have to untwist the lid to put the paint in.
Yeah, that is perfect. That is excellent. And that's one thing that we always run into is you're always having to twist this off, put that on the side, paint is pouring out. When you're pouring more paint into here, now you just twist this on top, pour your paint directly in here. This has like a mesh lining, so it actually filters out like the thicker pieces that may get inside of your cup. And basically it'll sit right on top of here and you'll get fresh paint in here. And then once you pour all that you need, you take that off and then you twist this back onto your paint sprayer. You lift up your little nozzle, get the air out, and you're ready to go. So I like this system here. This makes it even quicker to refill your pouch. One thing I do notice or have noticed about these handheld sprayers, they do spray and drain out the pouch extremely quick. So the variable speed, I'm interested to see how this performs on like a whole wall, filling this up and then using it on a wall, because we do see that we're having to use at least half a gallon on, you know, like an 8x10 wall, which doesn't really make sense when if we were rolling, we'd probably only use like a quarter or less than a quarter. Outside of that, you know, you got your instructions on how to fill up your Graco paint sprayer, the best fan patterns, right? How to clean it, how to like maintain it, how to troubleshoot it, like the reversing of the tips, storage, all of that there. Most of the Gracos, they're gonna come with this instruction guide. So, you know, you don't have to worry if you buy a new one and you lose this one. You'll always have something showing you how to like maintain your Graco. And then my last thing for anyone that's like new to these paint sprayers, you will find this in the description below. By the time this comes out, it will be out on the market. But one thing for you guys to know is these tips, there's two sides to it. There's a small hole on the back side as well as the spray side, right? When you are using your Graco, I always recommend twisting your tip backwards, so have the arrow pointing at you, and spray it into a bucket. That way it clears out the tip, so if there's any clogging, it'll clear it out. And then you twist it back to the regular pattern and then test it out on your test material to make sure that it's spraying effectively. Outside of that, I'm Anil with Woodwork. I'm gonna give you guys a little demo on this bad boy here. Appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. If you guys have any questions, you can comment them down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and have a great day. Peace.